3. Online counselling. Many people prefer to go online looking for counselling rather than meeting a counsellor in person. The counselling session can occur via email, video conferencing, online chat, or even internet phone. They feel they can be a little more anonymous that way, and there's also the convenience of not needing to drive anywhere, which can be a bonus. If you have the skills and ability to counsel people effectively, this could be an ideal online job for you. You don't need to have any special degree, although it would obviously give you a competitive advantage. If you're interested in becoming an online counsellor, you should first check the laws in your state or country to determine the requirements for becoming a counsellor. People who make good counsellors are usually those who are interested in psychology, self-awareness, as well as self-improvement, and also have a strong desire to help others with their problems. A good listening ear also helps. In order to become an online counsellor, here are some steps you can take. Create a website that lists your current qualifications and how you are able to help people. Just be sure not to overstep what you're legally allowed to say and do. Once you have a website, you can start advertising it on social networks, amongst friends, in local newspapers, and with pay-per-click marketing, such as Google AdWords and Bing Ads. Something even as simple as placing an ad in the Yellow Pages or local newspapers can be an effective way to generate new business. Once you start taking new clients, you will start to build up your customer base and see repeat appointments. When first starting out, you should start collecting testimonials from the people you help and then put those testimonials on your website to build your credibility. There are numerous websites and colleges which offer online counselling courses that you can use to enhance your skills and credibility. Here are a couple of the most popular ones. Blackford Centre for Counselling. They give you the tools and techniques you need to help people as a counsellor. The course is full of activities, suggestions, tips and ideas that you can instantly use with your clients. They also explain how to set up your own counselling practice. The Institute of Counselling. According to their website, the course you choose will extend your natural talents and make you a more effective counsellor or career. According to their website, the course you choose will extend your natural talents and make you a more effective counsellor or carer. Your interpersonal skills, like those of listening, understanding, and empathizing, will be explored and developed so that the help and support you ultimately give will be effective. Online Counselling College. The Online Counselling College offers opportunities for professional development and personal growth. All of their courses are available to first-time students as well as to experienced practitioners. How much can I make out of being an online counsellor? Depending on your skill level and reputation, you can make anywhere from $15 to $200 per hour and upwards. Just like real-world counselling, the salaries of online counsellors can vary quite a lot depending on your location and qualifications. If you're starting out in the field, you shouldn't expect to be making as much as someone who has 5 to 10 years of experience, who might make upwards of $100,000 annually. If you are working independently as an online counsellor, you have the power to set the prices for your services, which means you will have at least a little more control over your income than someone working for an organisation. 4. Online translation. Imagine for a moment that you've written an article, a book, or even created a video. You made it in your native language, but you'd like people in other parts of the world to access it. You will need to hire someone who speaks your own language and your targeted language fluently. It's where translation jobs come in handy, and you can make money from it as a freelance translator online. Especially if you know one of the languages which are in huge demand right now, including German, Japanese, and Chinese. If you want to be a translator professionally, you should consider taking a language proficiency test, such as the Defense Language Proficiency Test, or other language proficiency tests to show potential clients that you are indeed fluent in your specific languages. Like most online work, gaining experience is essential. It is crucial to get experience where you can show samples of your work to potential clients and get recommendations. In order for you to become a freelance online translator, here are some steps you can take. Describe your interests and level of expertise in freelancing websites. Look for translation jobs on the same freelancing sites and apply for them. There are many sites which provide translation services exclusively. You can submit your known languages and get hired through any of those sites as well. Facebook groups on the topic, offering to tourism websites to translate their websites. Here are some of the top online translation companies. Translators Cafe. This website is one of the best when it comes to finding translation jobs. You upload your CV, choose your rates per language combination, upload a profile picture, and describe your specialization, as well as any other services you offer, such as subtitling, editing, interpreting, localization, transcriptions, etc. Translators Town. Translators Town is basically a bidding site similar to the freelancing sites above, with the only difference being that it's specifically for translation services. The size of the jobs available will vary from client to client, like all other bidding type sites. There are even small jobs where the client may only want a photo caption translated. Then there are the larger translation jobs, where the client may need a book translated into another language. Pros. Pros.com is generally meant for professional translators with good experience, but there are also amateur translators as well. Registration takes no longer than a couple of minutes, and then you'll be ready to bid on their translation jobs. To bid, you will need to pay $1 per bid. It's a good idea to deposit a few dollars into your account when starting. This site allows the employer to contact the freelancers directly, and all payments are direct too. So there are no fees, except for the bidding fee, which is quite low. With bigger projects, I would recommend some kind of guarantee of payment from the employer for protection, unless they are very reputable. How much can I get paid for online translation jobs? You can get paid anywhere from 1 cent upward per word, depending on the demand for the language pair you specialize in. If the number of translators for the language are scarce, then you can charge a higher rate per word. 5. Service reselling. Many companies and individuals look to hire people in order to help them expand their online presence, to manage their blogs or forums, or to help assist them with other time-consuming tasks. If you are good at managing small groups of people, you can act as an agent for a team of specialized outsourcers. You would do this by identifying people that can do certain work and then advertise their services to online businesses via your own sales website. In order to make money, you would simply mark up the price on the fee of the outsourcers so you can make a profit. For example, you could offer article writing services on your website for $20 each, but then go and pay an outsourcer that you found $10 to write the actual article for you. Your goal would be to find a good selection of outsourcers that you can rely on and who can deliver quality work. One way to check is to simply order their services as a customer and check the quality. Running this type of business can save people a lot of time. If, for example, you built a service based around content creation, a website owner only needs to access your website and order their desired content. If they were to go to a freelancing site, they would have to submit their requirements, wait for outsourcers to place bids, then they would have to screen all the bids, and then finally choose someone to do the work. If they have large volumes of work that needs to be done, they might need even more than one worker, which makes the task of vetting outsourcers even more stressful and time-consuming. That's where a service like yours would come in handy for busy business owners, especially if they can come to trust your work. When choosing people to work with, it's important that you only work with outsourcers that you know and trust. If you deliver bad quality content or services to your customers, the chances are they won't return for repeat work and might even leave you bad reviews. Some of the most popular services that you can build a website for are SEO, content creation, banner design, and website design. A great place to look for ideas is at Fiverr.com. You'll find literally thousands of services being offered there and at really cheap prices that you could easily mark up. In order for you to become an outsourcing middleman, here are some steps you can take. Browse through freelancing sites such as Fiverr.com, Guru.com, Upwork.com, etc. to find people that you can hire. Check the quality of their work by making an order as a customer or by asking for samples of previous work. Consider working with outsourcers outside of freelancing sites to avoid unnecessary fees. Freelancing sites help protect buyers and sellers, but if you establish good relationships with your workers, then that won't be an issue, and you can work with them directly. If your business becomes successful enough, you may even consider hiring the outsourcers on a full-time or hourly basis. Create a professional-looking website where you lay out the services you offer, as well as your prices and turnaround times. Include lots of testimonials as soon as you receive them. Start advertising your site on places such as Google AdWords and Bing Ads, and websites and forums where your services would be desirable. Start building up your customer base by doing a great job. Again, this would come down to you selecting a team of workers that deliver high-quality work and start collecting testimonials from the people you help. How much money can I make out of being an outsourcing middleman? A lot of how much you can make depends on the type of services you offer, how many clients you can handle simultaneously, and how well you can market your services. You can expect to take at least 30% of the final price of the service you provide.